Hello everyone, welcome to Edukemi. My name is Deepshikha. So recently, World Meteorological Organization in its latest global seasonal update has said that La Nina weather phenomena is back in the central and eastern equatorial Pacific Ocean after nearly a decade's absence. So La Nina is one of the weather phenomena that takes place in the southern Pacific Ocean, and it has developed now after a gap of 10 years. So we will understand what is La Nina and what are these weather phenomena that take place in the southern Pacific. We will understand their formation, and we will also understand that how this development of La Nina can impact the global climates and also the climates in India. So let us understand. So basically, what is La Nina? So La Nina can be understood or can be described as the cold phase of ENSO. So what is ENSO? So to understand ENSO, we need to understand what it means. Now ENSO stands for El Nino and Southern Oscillation. Now actually El Nino will talk about the sea surface temperature. Okay, so by El Nino we will understand that there is some change in the sea surface temperature. So some changes happening here. Now the southern oscillation will talk about some change in the pressure patterns. Okay, some pressure patterns are changing. So basically, if I read this definition, El Nino and southern oscillation, also known as ENSO, what is it? It is a periodic fluctuation in the sea surface temperatures. So you can have two types of fluctuations. You can have El Nino. So why we are talking about El Nino? Because this is something that we noticed first in 1600s. So it was the first thing that was noticed in the central and the eastern Pacific, that the waters were warmer. So basically we study El Nino, and then also we study La Nina as well in this ENSO cycle, and we also study the overlying atmospheric pressure. Okay, so pressure of the atmosphere also across the Pacific Ocean. So for example, you have the western Pacific, and here there is low pressure, and you also have the eastern Pacific, and here the pressure is high. So in the other oscillation you will have high pressure here and you have low pressure here. Again you can have low pressure here and high pressure here, and again high pressure here and low pressure. So this oscillation, this change from low pressure to high pressure, low pressure, low. So this change is basically the pressure is actually oscillating. Okay, so it is oscillating between the western Pacific and the eastern Pacific. So let us understand from this. Okay, so you have this map, and this is basically your equator. Now the western Pacific part is this part, and this is the eastern Pacific part. So when I talk about the oscillation, I say that there is low pressure here and there is high pressure here, and in the next oscillation I can have high pressure here and low pressure here. So this is what we understand by this shifting or the oscillation of the pressure belts. And the other thing that you study in the ENSO cycle, in this weather phenomena, in this periodic fluctuation, the other thing you study is the sea surface temperatures that will also keep on changing. Okay, so let us continue. So you have three phases of ENSO. You have a neutral phase, you have one phase that is known as the warm phase. So this is the warm phase of ENSO, this is the neutral phase of ENSO, and this is the colder phase. Okay, so ENSO has three phases. We will study these in detail. Alright. So what happens in the ENSO neutral phase? So what do you understand by neutral phase? Neutral phase means that these are the conditions in the Pacific, in the southern Pacific, that I consider to be normal. Okay, so if I consider this situation to be normal, that will become my neutral phase. So what happens in the normal phase? Normal phase you have at the equator. So this is the equator. At the equator you have the trade winds blowing. Fine, and these trade winds, what will they do? So they will actually blow the water that is here. So these trades will blow westward, and this water, this surface water, will be taken towards the west. So this is how the trade winds blow. So if you can see this through this mechanism, you can see this hot water that was here, it has been blown away by the winds. Okay, so it has been blown away towards the western part. So this is my normal condition. Okay, so this mechanism is the normal condition. So what happens is, you can see that at this point you have piling up of warm water. Okay, so the warm water actually piles up on this side. This side is the western Pacific. Okay, in the eastern Pacific you have the water coming from beneath that is known as upwelling. All right, and also the trade winds remove the surface water, and now the water from beneath comes. And this here you can see this white line, it actually shows the thermocline. So thermocline is near the surface here, and upwelling takes place here. Right, so this is upwelling. So this area will have cold water, this area will have warm water. So this is my normal condition. And if I have to explain what happens to the weather atmospheric phenomena, so we can also understand them. So this is, so in normal conditions, the trade winds actually bring warm water here. Okay, so this is my warm water piling up. So warm water means this is a low pressure area. Okay, the winds over this surface will be warm and they will start to rise. Okay, when they will rise, they will result into low pressure in this area. All right, so these winds then move, and this area, it was having cold air. Okay, because these are cold waters, this is high pressure zone, so the air sinks here. Okay, so it sinks in the high pressure area. So this is one thing that develops. Fine, so this is known as a Walker cell, given by Gilbert Walker. And one more cell, one more Walker cell develops. So this is basically my mescaline hide. So this is also high pressure area. So this low pressure area also feeds this mescaline hide. Okay, so one Walker cell is developed here. All right, so here you will have rising air, so this will have rainfall. All right, and here you have sinking air, so this part will have dry conditions. Okay, they will not have rainfall, this will have rainfall, moderate rainfall, average rainfall, you can say, the average that they will get in the normal years. This mescaline high is basically related to the Indian monsoons. So you have the Indian monsoons here, and you will get normal rainfall, so average rainfall. So everything is average, everything is normal. So these are basically the neutral conditions. Fine, this is the ENSO phase, ENSO neutral phase. All right, now what will happen if this changes? Now if there is a warm phase, now the warm phase means that now there is some change in this cycle. Okay, so what will happen is the trade winds that we had have become weak. Now this piled up water that was piled up on the western margin, okay, so it results into flowing back of this piled up water. So what happens is, so these were the trade winds, and they were taking this warm water towards the western margin. All right, so now these trade winds, they become weak. Right, so if the trade winds become weak, they almost look like they don't exist, so they kind of vanish. So these trade winds are becoming weak, the reasons to which are still they are still debating on this, they are still being researched. So but what happens is this piled up water that was piled up on the western margins, it flows back to which location? Flows back again to the Central Pacific and the Eastern Pacific. Can you see it is flowing back to this place? It is flowing back to this place. From here, it is going back till here. So now, which area will have warm waters? It is the Eastern and the Central Pacific. They will have warm waters. So it will have warm waters, the air will start rising here, and they will have low pressure. And this area, as the warm water has moved, this area will have relatively cooler water. So you will have high pressure developing here, the air will have high pressure. Now this will happen. Okay, so we can understand it in the next diagram. So now what has happened is, now this area which was earlier having warm waters, now it is now having cold water. Okay, and this area which was earlier having the normal phase was the cold phase. Okay, so this area is now having warm waters. Okay, so there is no upwelling in this area. Fine, no good fishes are found here now, and this area is having the cold water. Now what happens is, this warm water will result into warming of the upper atmosphere, and this will result into low pressure developing. Now you have high pressure at this place, you have low pressure at this place. So this is the sinking and this is the rising. Now this is how the Walker cell now develops. Now you also have high pressure at Mascarene, but high pressure and high pressure, the wind will not blow because both of them are having same pressure. Wind only blows from the, if there is a difference in pressure. So there is no limb that will come towards the Mascarene high. So there is no limb here now. So the Mascarene high is not fed by any of the winds that are coming from this place. So this will eventually weaken the Mascarene high, and this will actually result into reduced rainfall. You can also have droughts in India because of El Nino. Okay, El Nino. So what happens in El Nino? It is the warm phase where the warm waters are developed in the central and the eastern Pacific. So the warm waters can be compared to, as for example, if there is the warm water are at even 0.5 degrees Celsius of warming can happen here. If this happens here, that means that El Nino has developed. So even there is a change of 0.5 degrees Celsius, even then we will call it as that El Nino has developed. Okay, so now what happened is La Nina has happened. So La Nina is actually cold phase of ENSO. So where the cold conditions will be developing, the cold conditions are developing in the central and the eastern Pacific. So what happens is the trade winds become very, very strong. So if the trade winds become very strong, they will take huge amount of water from here and will pile huge amount of water here. So this will result into more of upwelling in this area and the colder water rising in this area. So more coldness will be noticed. Okay, so the temperatures will fall in this area, the eastern and the central Pacific. So let us see how this will happen. So these are the trade winds. They are very strong and they are taking the entire volume of water here, and now the cold water is rising from beneath. All right, so can you see? So now the cold water has risen from beneath like this. So this is the result. So now the thermocline is very much near the surface and it has resulted into upwelling of cold water in the eastern and the central Pacific. So this is my cold phase of ENSO, and now you have warm waters, more warm waters in the Australian and the Indonesian region. Okay, so this will result into again the formation of, so it is more like the neutral phase only, but the neutral phase going into some overdrive, like it is extreme neutral phase. Okay, so what happens is in neutral phase also you have cold waters here and you have warm waters here in neutral phase. In La Nina they actually intensify because of strong trade winds. All right, so what will happen in this case? So you have huge piling up of warm water and you have huge piling up of cold waters. So this is something that has happened. So this cold waters, they are actually below from normal average, they are below 1 to 2 degrees Celsius below. Okay, so they are colder than normal. That has happened right now. Okay, so they are colder than normal and this has result into, so this area will become warmer than normal. Okay, so warmer than normal, so this entire the atmosphere will also be heated up and it will result into strong convection. So strong convection will result into sinking. So this will be a lot of sinking here. So this area will become very dry. It can also have droughts. All right, and this area becomes it can have a very heavy rainfall and can also have floods. Now this part, the Indonesia and the Australian part. Now you have Mascarene high as well. So see, Mascarene high is high pressure area, this is low pressure. So now this can happen. So some of the winds will also come and feed this Mascarene high. Okay, so this will happen. So Mascarene high actually strengthens, it has become strong. This Mascarene high has become strong, so you will have more rainfall in India. Rainfall increases, you can also have floods. All right, so this is something that happens in case of the La Nina. La Nina means you have cold phase of ENSO. Cold phase means you have colder than normal temperatures in the eastern Pacific and warmer than normal temperatures in the western Pacific. All right, so I hope this is understood. So you will have high rainfall in these areas in Southeast Asia, in India. All these areas will have high rainfalls, and these will result into occurrence of floods. And this area will be having very much dry because more of the sinking air will happen here because this is the high pressure zone. All right, so this what happens, and this change is basically known as southern oscillation, and the sea surface temperatures also changes. So now we will see that how these are actually happening. So see the neutral phases, a little bit of cold here, a little bit of warm here, normal conditions, rainfall is happening, dry conditions are there. So when you have development of warmer than normal temperatures in the eastern Pacific and cooler than normal in the western Pacific, you will have formation of El Nino, and at the Australia you will have less rain. You can also have droughts here, so you can see the sinking of air happens here. All right, and this results into development of a high pressure zone here, and this is a low pressure zone. This happens in El Nino conditions, and these are the La Nina. You can see these colors are also telling you that whether it is cold or warm. This is warm phase and this is the cold phase. Now in La Nina, what happens is you have cooler than normal, so you have very strong trade winds and you have increased convection, so it is rising, the rain is rising, and now you have more increased rain here. You can also have floods in these areas. So this is how La Nina happens. So I hope you can understand that what will be the impact of La Nina that has developed over the eastern Pacific now. So what will be the impact? So this is basically the cold region. Now this is high pressure zone, this is the low pressure zone, and these are the warm waters, warmer than normal in the in the western Pacific, and these are colder, or you can say cooler than normal in the eastern Pacific. Now these cooler than normals, you can see that these will result into cool and dry condition in these areas. So these areas will witness dry conditions due to high pressure, and these are warm than normal, so these will actually be having wet, so they will be having a lot of rainfall here. All right, and these areas, so this is the Mascarene High. Okay, this Mascarene High will be feeding the Indian monsoons as well, so it will again be leading to a lot of rainfall in India as well, and the Southeast Asia also, and also in southern Africa you will find that there is cool and wet. There will be some rainfall in southern Africa as well. Okay, in the eastern parts of Africa you will see that there is much of the drier region. Okay, and warm and dry, you can see that all these weather patterns will eventually change with the impacts of La Nina. Okay, now impacts on India. La Nina means the country will receive more rainfall. I hope this is clear because we will have strong Mascarene High, which actually feeds the southwest monsoon winds. Okay, so you have strong south winds towards India, you will have strong monsoon, it will result into heavy rainfall. The other condition that has been noticed is associated with La Nina is that the La Nina conditions are favorable for cold wave conditions. So this is because of this factor. La Nina can produce north-south low pressure system. So over North India, over India, you can have a north-south low pressure system developed because of La Nina. So you must understand that these development of these patterns are basically because of this development of La Nina, or sometimes it happens because of El Nino. So these developments are not because of seasons, these developments are because of these unfavorable conditions that can actually, these weather phenomena that are taking place. So do not confuse it with seasons. You must understand that this La Nina, it itself has some contribution towards the changing patterns of winds and rainfall. Fine. So this north-south low pressure will be developed over India that can have the winds, the cold winds coming from the Siberian high pressure towards this low pressure. So these cold wave can actually come towards India, okay, from Siberia. So also India Meteorological Department has predicted this colder than usual winter this year. This is because of this low pressure zone that develops over India during this time when you have La Nina. All right, so in winters we can have cold wave conditions because of La Nina. So I hope you understand some of the facts that are associated with the ENSO and how these are neutral and warm and cold phases. And now we have La Nina and how La Nina can impact the global climates, how it can impact the rainfall at different areas, and how it can also impact the the conditions, the cold wave conditions that India can face. Okay, so thank you very much.